Hi, you're on to Literate Bubbles with Sandra Achebe. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to say, thank you so much. It's just because of you that I really have to come back here. I mean, you're just such an encouragement to me. If this is your first time of viewing this channel, please go ahead and click the subscribe button in red. Hit the notification bell and don't forget to share with your friends if you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be taking a topic titled Our School Community. Now, my learners are about to learn that there are different members that you find in the school community, but that's not the only thing you're going to learn today. Today, I'm going to be asking them the different roles of members of the school community. Now, this is what I'm going to do. When they realize that every member of the school community has a role to play, of which in some cases they might not know the different roles that each of them have to play, right? I'm going to give them the opportunity to grant an exclusive interview to the different members of the school community that they see from time to time and of which they do not really know their roles. I hope you're going to enjoy this session and then we'll come back later. With our starter activity and teacher input phase over, the learners are having a time of their own on the first activity of the day, and you can see the pair conversation and collaborative work ongoing as they try to figure out the task before them.
Teachers teach me. Teachers. No.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Fine, thank you, sir.
Good morning.
So
I'm
we're
happy to see
here
you.
from grade 4J. So I taught them a particular topic, our school community. And so the learners discovered that every member of the school community has a particular role to play.
Yes.
And they decided that they are going to interview you to find out your roles as the head of school.
Oh, great. That's very, very good.
So over
Please
to
can you
Nigeria.
sit down?
Oh.
Welcome to Mr. Ruadairo's office, the head of school. Nice having you around here. Yes, how may I help you?
Hey, Mr. Ruadairo. My name is Nadira Aliton, and I'm from grade 4D. Can I take 2 minutes of your time?
Yes, you can.
As the head of school, what does your job entail?
Oh, good. As the head of the school, personally as the head of the school, you have to oversee every day-to-day activities in the school, both academics and administrative. Do you understand? Yes, when we say academics, that is what entails what you learn in class, the homework you will do, what is going to add value to your knowledge and intelligence is what we categorize as academics. You understand? Even extracurricular activities you do in school. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when we're talking about me, we are talking about the welfare of learners, the welfare of teachers, the welfare of all staff in this school. I oversee it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Sir, I really did. Did you enjoy your interview? Yes. So I'm sure you've learned a lot from the head of school today. Yes. So whenever you see, none of us want to be head of school. Oh, really? Alright, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Nitami. I am in grade 4G. As the deputy head of school, you work hand in hand with the head of school. Can you describe a typical day in school?
Wow. Well, a typical day in school starts with meet and greet. When we stand outside the gate and then we meet and then greet the children as they come into the school. So this prepares them for the day ahead, and then sometimes it also helps us to notice or to observe if there's any issue with any child. For example, maybe a child is not feeling too fine. At a glance, as the child greets you, you will notice, and the nurse takes you out from there. If there's need for us to call on the parents, we do that. So it's a usual way of just exchanging pleasantries. So it also helps the children to imbibe the culture of greeting, which is an integral aspect of our culture.
Thank you. My second question is, what's the most challenging part of carrying out your duties?
Challenges are usual, and challenges, every day is a challenge, and the challenges change depending on the need at time. So there are no specific challenges, but because we work with humans, and humans are very unpredictable. So sometimes the challenges too are very unpredictable. But as they come, we always ask God for wisdom to know what to do and to go about it. But we may not be able to preempt or predict particular challenges that will come in a day. But as they come, we face them and we find a solution. We find solutions to them.
Thank you for your time.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deepa.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are the director of studies and CEO of Toby. You have experience with children.
Oh yes, thank you very much for your question, Brian. I've been working with children for 24 years now, so I have a lot of experience doing the job of working with children, and it's a job that I take very, very seriously, and I'm very, very passionate about it, because children, you guys are the leaders of tomorrow, and if we want a society that is transformed, we have to get the building blocks right, and you are the building blocks. So there's no way Nigeria will ever get better if we don't nurture and grow and build leaders like yourself, who will then become governors, presidents, ministers in the future. So yes, I have been working with children for 24 years, and I really, really enjoy it. Brian, that's a really good question. My educational philosophy is essentially around every child matters. And so what that means is whether or not a child has a need, whether or not they are smart, whether or not they are intelligent, whether or not they are, wherever they're starting from, I believe that every child matters, and every child can make progress, every child can achieve, every child can succeed. So that has been my guiding principles in the 24 years that I've been working as an educator. And I have seen children who people believe can't achieve, and they've gone on to do great things. What are you talking about? Are you aware that Bill Gates dropped out of school? Exactly, and is now one of the richest persons that ever lived. So that tells you that every child can actually succeed and they can achieve. And what we have to do as educators is to ensure that we support them and we provide the enabling environment for every child to succeed. Right, that's a really good question. In case our audience missed that, Brian asked what do I think are the qualities that a teacher must have, maybe the most important qualities. I would say I would rank them, and in no particular order, but I'll give you three. I think empathy should be one of those qualities. A teacher should be able to empathize. What that means is put yourself as a teacher, put yourself in the position of a student, yeah, and then see things from their point of view. Put yourself in their shoe. So if I'm your teacher, for example, I teach you maths, I will put myself in your shoe and say, okay, how is Brian perceiving this? Because if I can understand what you're thinking, I can be able to help you. Does that make sense, Brian? So I would say that empathy is a key quality that a teacher must have, because if you can't see things from a student, a people point of view, you'll be difficult for you to help. Yeah. So teachers must be able to empathize, must be able to understand what the child is feeling, must be able to put themselves in the position of that child, so that they can help that child, so that they understand the difficulty that the child is having, so they understand the strength that the child has. And if they understand, then they can plan, arrange the lesson in a way that they can help that child to make progress. The second, quality that a teacher must have is excellent listening. If they can't listen, right, they may not be able to. So teachers must be able to listen to the children and take whatever input they're getting from the children to shape the lesson that they're teaching. Can you imagine this, Brian? So I'm teaching you science, and I'm just speaking all the time for 50 minutes, and I don't take the time to listen to get some feedback from you. How do you think that lesson will be? What do you think? Exactly. I think it'll be, go. Exactly. You'll get any feedback. So if I just talk at you all the time, I'm making eye contact. I'm watching your body language because I want to see if you actually understand what I'm saying. So teachers must be excellent listeners. They must be able to take a break and listen, get feedback from the children, because when you get feedback, you actually measure their level of understanding, and you see if they understand what you're teaching or not. They must be able to adapt. That's not the one. Adaptation is probably number 4. But there's one I just forgot whilst I was sharing my idea with you. But teachers must be flexible. So you come into a lesson and you plan, I'm going to show them a video. Maybe I'm teaching how plants make food. By the way, what's that process called? How do plants make food?
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. You just learned that today, right? Photo what? Yeah, photosynthesis. Good. Now, if I'm teaching them how plants make food, right? Then I say, look, I'm going to show them a video. It's going to blow their minds. And then I come to the lesson, I play my video, and they don't get it. They still don't understand it. As a teacher, I then need to be able to, I need to be flexible and change that a little bit. So that, okay, maybe if they don't understand the video, maybe we can actually do a practical. Maybe I can get them to maybe plant a seed, and then we begin to grow a flower or plant, and then we position the plant by the sunlight so that you see how the plant actually makes its food, or block the light out so that you see how that plant dies if it doesn't make food. And of course, let's throw one in. They must be patient. You guys can really press teachers' button, isn't it? So teachers, I think, must be patient.
What do you have to say, Brian?
Yeah, thank you very much. You didn't tell me your name.
We didn't hear you.
Amachi.
Amarachi.
Okay, yeah, I know you're in support. What does Amarachi, what does it mean? Oh. The grace of God. Spot that. Right. Nice job. Thank you for...
Thank you, sir.
Where do you think we are? Okay, we are the nursery section, nursery department, and we are going to see how many men have before. This is way nursery head. How many questions do I have? Yes, before have you been here before? Ask her about the nursery. I'm thinking at the nursery head. Ask her what you do. Morning, how are you? Good.
Yeah.
I'm Mrs. Onwedi. I am the coordinator of the nursery section. We do a lot of things in nursery. This is preparatory class. From preparatory, we move on to nursery 1. From nursery 1, we move on to nursery 2. And from nursery 2, then down to reception. Where we prepare them for the grade 1. And here in nursery, we have fun. In the morning, we normally do our outdoor activities where we go outside and use many learning materials to learn also. We do a lot of storytelling, bold, learn how to be confident in themselves, be able to speak, to be bold. Okay? We do a lot of things. Here. You can see in my class I have the world of shapes, I have numbers, I have world of sound. This is the world of sound. Why I said dive into the world of sound, these are instruments, musical instruments. What they will learn, the name, and the sound.
I think I have one here with some flavor.
Yes. This is shaka. Bring the drum. This is shaka.
And this is a drum, right?
Yes, bring the drum. And this is a drum. So they will listen to the sound. That's why I said diving into the world of sound. The sound, shaka, the bass, they listen to the sound. Plus the drum now. And we have a song. We set the rhyme for this song. Oh, we can play on the big bass drum. This is the way we do it. And that's the way we do it. That's why you see we out for here.
Yes, I can see that. Oh my God, I think I want to go back to nursery.
Okay?
Alright, thank you very much, ma'am.
Is there another thing you want to know?
Or something to say.
Do you have anything?
I think that was all for now. We're actually mesmerized. Thank you so much.
Alright, thank you.
We'll be coming around some other time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, bye.
Hi, Mosme. I really don't like when my teacher says I'll visit the clinic if I make noise and take some injections. That's why I personally choose interview. Tell us, what's so special about your job?
Well, my job has to do with any health issues within the school premises and also administration of drugs. Like when you children come to school, probably you are sick from home, your parents give you the drugs to bring to school. So I will be the one to administer it at the right time. And also, if any child has got any injury, domestic injury within the school environment, I will also treat the child and any other health issues around. So.
Thank you. And please do not give me injections if my teacher ever sends me here. Just me and friend. Like I made you now.
Problem that if you don't discuss, I also have some drugs around. My drug cupboard. We do BP, but it's not for kids. BP is checking on blood pressure. I'm sure you're really?
Yeah, that's all.
Really? Okay, we have our BP apparatus here. We call it the sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer.
Wow.
Sphygmomanometer. Then this is stethoscope. We use it to check the heart rate.
She placed her hand on her chest.
Let me check your heart rate.
My heart beat is rising before.
I can feel the sound.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Teacher, come and hear. Come and hear.
Yes, too.
Can you hear?
What's in my own heart?
Okay, you can hear your teacher's heartbeat. Put this hand. Can you hear it?
Yes, I can.
That is a heartbeat.
Okay.
And this is stethoscope.
We've done some learning. Let's proceed.
I always see you when I'm crossing, but you don't look like the teachers. Being in charge of the admissions department, you're the interface between the school and the client. Tell us about it.
Thank you so much. So, I have the interface. As you can see that we have different departments in this school. So, I have the front desk and the admissions person. And my job functions is far beyond the front desk and admissions officer. So, I'm the first contact and I have the intermediary between the school and the parents, both existing parents and prospective parents. I have different things I tell them when they come around, even the existing parents like your mom or either of the parents comes around to make an inquiry or they're rather coming on for me. I'll give them all the details they want. then let me show you one or two things here. Like, you have this writing class, you might have come across this type of file. So these are learners' files. Each learner has this.
Okay, so each learner when they come in, they are
giving this file. Do you understand? Once we open it, I'm going to open something and show you now. These are all the details of learners. This is the admission form submitted by them. You understand? So the first thing which I do is to make them buy this form. After buying it, then we can now assess them if they fit in that class or not. You understand? So that's one of the things I do. However, I don't stop there. I open this page by page, input all the data on the system.
Oh, so there's a database for all the learners.
For the learners, we have it in Google Drive. I share with teachers, I share with the head of school, deputy head, EDs and all that. However, then
You'll be surprised that when she takes your name, the name is going to pop up here and every information about you. You'll be surprised.
Not only in the AP school, we have database that covers the whole of Rainbow Educational Services Limited. Then I do my reports on weekly basis. You can see me going around the classes, getting the information of learners, how many learners are here today, how many are not in school today, and all that. Those are part of my job function. And for the prospective parents, I follow up with them on daily basis. I register. I have all these names on the system as well. When they buy forms, I have it. We also sell forms for Rainbow College.
What's Rainbow College?
Do you know Rainbow College? That's our secondary school. I cover it as well. You can get the Rainbow College form from me.
Okay, so a parent can even come in and pick for Rainbow College for here outside.
So we have the database for this as well. So I can start mentioning all the functions I perform here. Do you understand? So if you don't see me on this desk, see me here, I cover a lot of things. Thank you. I hope I'm able to answer all your questions. Are you satisfied or you have more questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for granting us this interview. We're really happy to be here. So when next you're crossing this area and going to your classroom, I'm sure you know what she does. Do you know her name? Mrs. Omota Davis.
Good day, Miss Abiola. My name is Rebecca Inaya. I am the 4th grade. As a classroom manager, what's the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is knowing that all my learners understood all that has been taught. This gives me joy.
How do you work with all 10 children in your class?
Since I know my learners and I know their learning style, I try as much as possible to teach according to my learning style.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.